Okay, I guess we should probably start with some coping MAGA now that I have my ridiculous pot on my head from the hype train. So let's see. Like I said, the Electoral College voted today. Joe Biden has won the election, as we're not, surprised to find. We all knew this was coming, but we'll see if there's any primo cope. I don't know if we'll see a lot of it for the next couple days, but we'll see. Bumble Homestead with 100 bits, can you stabilize it with tinfoil padding? I don't know if that would help. Thrash Mio with 20 bits, goalposts gonna move. Of course they are. And then MMO Addicted with 1,000 bits. I had a better teacher's gone thing. We had lessons on a terrace because bougie private school in summer, and a friend started jumping around in his chair and jumped off the terrace just as the teacher got back. I can still recall him screaming "party hard" as he fell off. He was fine, just some bruises, were he not? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Anyway, here's one person saying, if you support this product, you support if you support the product, you support advertising disgusting filth. And there are a couple of ads for Old Navy, one that includes an interracial couple and their kid, and this one includes white people, but it's a couple with two dads and their kids. And apparently that means no straight white families allowed. Because as we all know, no Old Navy ad in the history of Old Navy ads has included a straight white couple. It's all this, all the time. Not ridiculous or hyperbolic at all. What do we got next? This person says, being pro-choice and anti-death penalty is one of the most illogical and inconsistent takes I've ever had the displeasure of coming across. I would argue that of people who are pro-life and pro-death penalty, but in terms of me being pro-choice and anti-death penalty, it's because I see living, breathing people who are adults with thoughts and feelings as people, and I don't consider clumps of cells to be that. So that would be what the person's missing. Tucker White 94, 20 bits. Oh, this checks off both racism and homophobia at once. Yes, it did. The Old Navy post. This is a hot take from the Donald.win from Mr. Semper Paratus. Says, martial law's not that bad. I've lived through it in Thailand. Just pay attention to the directions coming from your military-controlled TV station until everyone is pacified. No worries. For those who don't know where this is coming from, the Donald.win, which is where the Donald subreddit from reddit.com moved after they got banned, they ended up getting crazier, getting more radical, and now they're calling for martial law because they don't like that Biden won the election. So that's fun. Completely unhinged. This person completely cell phones by saying, this person says, you're 1 for 56 in court cases, and we're just backhanded by the very same Supreme Court judges Trump himself appointed. It's over. Please come back to a reality. And this genius says, 1-0. None of the other cases went to trial, but whatever makes you feel better about the inevitable. I don't know if that person knows this, but if your cases are so flimsy that they're getting thrown out before they're even heard, that's not better. That's not better for your case. The Shadow Witch, this stream is going to put a real strain on your mind, Hannah. Okay. Badunch. You get a badunch for that one. That's not a bad pun. Oh, this person's going full ACAB, which is funny considering they're the Back the Blue people, the Blue Lives Matter people. He says, F the police. I don't know who still needs to hear this, but the police are not your friends. Police are there to protect communists from us. Untrue. I don't know if you know that, but that's not true. The cops are not here to protect communists.
That's right, capitalistic propaganda.
Ready for Perfect with 50 bits. I only went to law school, but I'm pretty sure you can still lose cases that don't go to trial. Jen says, also, you should replace those flags by your name. If you support Biden, you're a communist, not a real American. Well, color me a communist. I'm not a communist, but yeah. I voted for Biden because he was the non-fascist on the ticket. Enlid with 20 bits.
There's nothing
Always
funny
kind of
about
the
the
issue
tools
with
of
the right wing,
capitalism.
especially going back to the start of the militia movement. Anti-big government, big brother, but they love law enforcement. Yeah, it's always felt pretty contradictory, but I don't know. It works when you realize they just seem to think that the police are on their side, which is weird. The police are on the side of the police. But whatever.
There's nothing funny about the tools
Tiger
of
White 94
capitalism.
20 bits. I'd love to know what part of Joe Biden resembles anything remotely akin to communism. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know where they're getting that stuff well, I mean, I know where they're getting it. They're getting it from like One America News Network and InfoWars, but still pretty ridiculous. Another post from the Donald.win says they took the soap box, they rigged the ballot box, they've denied the jury box,
That's
the
right,
only one left
capitalistic
is
propaganda.
and then it's an ammo box. Again, just openly calling for sedition and murdering other people on their forum. Kinda hope the FBI's looking into some of that, but I doubt it, so that's fun. Messy Bristles, thank you for following. Oh look, another Liberty Hangout post. Truly, the Julius Caesar of our time, you are watching the betrayal of our greatest leader in real time. From Bill Barr to Brett Kavanaugh, Trump has been repeatedly stabbed in the back by his allies. Like Caesar, he must cross the Rubicon before it's too late. When Caesar crossed the Rubicon, he installed himself as emperor, and it was the end of the Roman Republic and the beginning of the Roman Empire. Not good. Donald Trump says vaccines are shipped and on their way. 5 years ahead of schedule. Get well, USA. Get well, world. We love you all. That's clearly not written by Donald Trump, but it's on his account. And then this person says, martial law, ASAP, please, and thank you. If anybody has a problem, lock them up also.
There's nothing funny about the tools
Boy,
of
people on the
capitalism.
right sure do love dictatorships. Isn't that fun? If these people think Biden is a communist, then what do they think actual leftists are? I guess we're all the same group. I think so.
There's
They just
nothing
see us
funny
all
about
as
the
the
tools of
same
capitalism.
general group, even though we're not. Tucker White 94 20 bits. Imagine the scene. The Trump is Caesar at 2 Georgia. MMO addicted with 100 bits. Anyways, I may be absent tomorrow from Tinfoil Tuesday cause
nothing
thesis
funny
work,
about the
so
tools of
unloading my dump
capitalism.
truck of bits now. I effing hate busy context work. I did all the hard work on the chapter, but I need to put in a historical timeline of related events, and it is so mind-numbingly boring.
nothing funny
Also,
about the
some
tools
things
of
are so funny in
capitalism.
hindsight, like the Fed chief going, "Don't worry about the subprime mortgages" just before the crisis. True. Quest Friendly, thank you for subscribing with a 7-month streak. Chesabel, 20 bits. My doctor got raided by the
nothing funny
DEA
about the
this
tools
week
of
for no reason
capitalism.
anyone can tell. They came in with guns and body armor and terrified a bunch of elderly patients. Cops only care about cops. It's possible your doctor was involved in something. Yeah, I saw the Bill Barr got fired thing, Logarth. That's gonna be interesting to see what happens from that. God, this is so bad, and I have such bad hat hair already. Ugh. Whatever. We Are the News posts, Trump gave the authorization code at the 23-second mark. Trump says authorized the FISA vaccine instead of Pfizer. Authorized the FISA vaccine equals 252 equals the storm is upon us. FISA equals start. This was the authorization code for operators to start. We are operational. God, the QAnon people are just the worst, aren't they? I would say they're grasping at straws, but it's like they found a whiteboard and then drew pictures of straws, and they're grasping at the picture they drew. It's absolute nonsense. This person, pot-smoking patriot, says, I'd rather have martial law under Trump than these effed up Rona rules and restrictions. No, that would be bad, because one's a dictatorship and one is wearing a mask to the store so you don't spit on other people. Jesus Christ. This person says, the moment you realize you probably shouldn't have voted Democrat, which is funny because this is the opposite of what Democrats want. Like, if you're
There's nothing
trans,
funny about the tools of
if you're a
capitalism.
trans woman, the Democratic left-leaning policy would be to let trans women go in the women's bathroom, right? This is the opposite of that. This is what Republicans want. They're so confused, aren't they? What's up with that? Tucker White 94, 20 bits. Yes, FISA clearly is a secret code. It's not like Donald Trump is notorious for stumbling on big words. This is a good one. Someone's like, reminder, there are no blue states, only blue cities, and then some, because they're doing the land votes bullshit. And then someone posts Alaska, and by land area, it's a blue state, even though, of course, it's not, because it's more populated in the red areas. This guy says, is the Republican Party rotten because it betrayed Trump? Or are both Trump and the GOP rotten because they betrayed white America? Does white America exist to defend Trump? Or was Trump given trust and responsibility to defend white America? Yikes. That's some mask-off shit right there. This person from the Donald.win says, what do we do when they continue to try to have these cases tried before a court, but they refuse to hear them by continuing to dismiss them? What do we do if we have all the evidence and under any other situation would lead to immediate arrests, but the FBI, DOJ, and media refuse to acknowledge it? It seems we need to have a local court uphold the law to have something to move forward on, otherwise it just looks like a coup. Although they spelled it coop. They're so close to recognizing that these lawsuits are meritless. They're close, but they're so far. They're so far. MMO addicted with 100 bits. Oh god, bathroom discourse. I recently said in a conversation about that, voice dripping with sarcasm. Yes, because sexual predators are like vampires and are repelled by symbols for binary gender. They start hissing and burning if forced across them. Yeah, it's always been a stupid non-argument. But that's Republicans for you. Enlid with 20 bits. These people who are so angry at lockdowns direct so much of their energy towards those doing the lockdowns for safety reasons instead of Congress for not passing a new stimulus package. Yep. Gotta get this pot to work. Gotta get this pot to work. The pot might be going away after this segment because it is becoming a hindrance to my ability to talk. But I'll leave it on for the rest of this segment. Even your pathetic avatars are demonic. All we need is a little holy water and a cross, and you'll run home to mommy's basement for a hot pocket. We will be bringing more than that, though, so tell a friend. Hey, I'll have you know, I'm an adult who owns my own home, and I buy my own hot pockets. I eat them on the ground floor of my house. I don't need to go to the basement, okay? Harry K5 with 20 bits. Someone was disappointed in their Hot Pocket. Was it dryer lint flavor? I think that's the flavor of if you get a bad one. That's like 60% of Hot Pockets.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
Next few days, but if you the Electoral.
MMO addicted with 100 bits. Between my joke and your Hot Pocket obsession, that tweet is kinda oddly fitting. True. Daddy Sume with 20 bits. Hannah eats Hot Pockets off the ground floor. Confirmed. The Ender 92. Hey, sometimes I'm out of plates, okay? And what is the floor, if not the plate for my feet? The Ender 92 with 20 bits. I just got here and I have been fuming all day at articles saying Dr. Jill Biden should drop the doctor and go by Mrs. and that her doctorate doesn't really count. I hate it, New York Times. What the fuck? Yeah, that was stupid. Very, very stupid. Oh, no!
There's nothing
The
funny
page
about
crashed.
the tools
Let
of
me go back down to
capitalism.
where we were. Is that gonna play or no? The ridiculous thanks I hate it type of flavor hot photoshops of things like Hot Pockets. I've seen those. No? Does this video not want to play? I don't think this video wants to play. Okay. What about this one? Oh yeah, this jackass has his gym open even though it's not supposed to be for COVID reasons. And is like We have over 1 million in fines. We have had our business license stripped. We have had our doors locked and barricaded. We have been arrested and have over 60 citations. Today we'll pass 84,000 visits to our facility. We don't mandate masks and we never will. Governor Murphy will see this video and fine us $15,000 for it. But free men don't ask permission or for forgiveness. No science, no shutdown. Jesus Christ, these people are idiots.
There's nothing funny about the tools of capitalism.
I hope they never recover from the $1 million in fines, and the government better not back down on getting them from them. And Wreath with 20 bits, he ran someone over drunk driving in college and killed them. He likes manslaughter, I guess. I did see a thing about that. Yeah. Tucker White 94 with 20 bits. By the way, that same guy was arrested for DWI back in 2008 and killed a guy in the process. Again, yeah, I heard about it. MMO Addicted with 100 bits. Fun story. My telekinetic scion in D&D had a session where she spent the entire boss concentrating and playing boss music on a nearby pipe organ and still got the killing blow on the fucker and even maintained her concentration after like 6 checks. She still kept rocking that boss music. Reminds me of a Dragon Ball Z power-up. This one's pretty good. This person says, it's about, tell us you're a Democrat without telling us you're a Democrat. And this person says, I believe that drag queens should be able to legally RAPE my children in the name of social justice. Lots of problems here, lot to unpack. Of course, claiming that people who are drag queens are somehow sexual assaulters or pedophiles. Fucked up. But anyway, then this says, this is what the Democrats don't want you to see. Child sex trafficker Joe Biden. That one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. Trump is the greatest emancipator in American history, surpassing Lincoln. Jesus. Oh, did you see Milo on Parler? Milo's still alive, for those of you who don't know. Milo says, I lost everything helping to put Trump in office. My life and career were completely destroyed. Was it worth it? No, I feel utterly betrayed. I will have vengeance. Trump's SCOTUS appointments were pointless. We defended a selfish clown for nothing. Burn the Republican Party to the effing ground. Milo's getting spicy. Beautiful. Milo who? Milo was a pretty popular alt-right talking head before it came out that he was fine with priests diddling little boys. So, that's fun. He's been banned from Twitter for quite a while. I would play that clip. It's, Nick Fuentes chanting to, like, destroy the GOP, but I can't because he's banned from Twitch. But go seek it out on your own. It's pretty great. It's very funny seeing the right eat itself over this. MMO Addicted with 100 bits, I mean grim, but true. Here in Poland, some parents let priests do that to their children and then cover it up. Points fingers closer to your direction, effing Chud. Yeah, it's always gross. It's always gross. The movie Doubt, there's a movie with Meryl Streep called Doubt that also covers that. It's a very good movie. Ashy Boo 74, 20 bits. LMAO seeing Milo cry about having to face the consequences of his own actions is my favorite thing. He should pull himself up by his bootstraps. Let's see what they said over at the Donald.win. I'd rather be apart and free than united under tyranny. You know, the tyranny of having a president elected by the majority of the people in the country. Apart and free, such as the Confederacy. And this person says, it's almost like the Confederates were right to fear what the U.S. is becoming. An authoritarian regime willing to kill its own countrymen to retain their tax revenue? You're talking Honest Abe in the North, right? Because it's literally what they did. The mask is going further and further off. Very interesting. Tucker White 94, 20 bits. Yes, Milo. It was your support for Trump that ruined your life. It had nothing to do with you being fine with priests diddling boys. He says it on episode 191 of The Drunken Peasants. Isn't that hilarious that the Drunken Peasants actually helped take down Milo? Beautiful shit. Absolutely beautiful. Copy video address. Maybe here. Let's try it over here. Having issues still with Twitter videos.
That being
There's
said,
nothing funny
Time
about
Magazine
the
said,
tools of
here, hold my
capitalism.
beer. And put these two idiots on the front page. Time Magazine named them Person of the Year. It says, the two made history on November 7th when they beat Donald Trump in a bitter election. Did anyone else hear that they beat him? I didn't. So I wanted to remind Time Magazine of something. Does that look familiar? They had to eat their words, too. You just joined the club of the Chicago Sun-Tribune. Pretty sad that you put that stuff out there like that.
Again, Biden has won the election. If I need to point this out again. What is wrong with these people? The Chicago Tribune Dewey beats Truman thing was from a time where they had to start printing papers days prior to the events. News took a while. We're not
There's
talking
nothing funny
about
about
the
the
same
tools of
situation.
capitalism.
It's not even close to the same thing. Tucker White 94, 20 bits. Wait, I forgot. Who won the election? Please tell me it was Kanye West. It wasn't. Unfortunately, it wasn't Yeezy. It was Biden.
There's
Very
nothing
close,
funny
though.
about the
They're
tools
very
of
similar,
capitalism.
so I understand the mistake. It's easy to confuse Biden and Kanye. AshyBoo74, did I see the CD Projekt Red apology? It was interesting. I did not. I did not see it, no.
There's nothing funny about the tools of
Butterfiend69 with
capitalism.
100 bits. Happy to see that you and Jake are uploading 5 days a week on the original channel. Been a fan for several years, and I've missed you guys. Yeah, it is nice. I'm glad we're getting back to regular uploads. It is nice. So this is from the Donald.win as well. This person is quoting someone else above them who says no one is willing to kill fellow Americans. This fine gentleman says, with all
There's
due
nothing
respect,
funny about the
bullshit,
tools of
I would be
capitalism.
beyond ecstatic to serve my country by personally pulling the trigger on the cattle stun gun, the guillotine, whatever it is, for however many millions of communist American citizens have infected the U.S. Commies all need to die, regardless of citizenship. If it's under 50 million, that would be great. But I don't really care about the number as long as it's 0 when I'm done. After 4 years of watching zero justice get done, with only the president's associates going to jail, I'm dying to see justice served. Traitors, commies, and child traffickers need to die. If we don't make it happen, we will be the ones
nothing
doing all the
funny about the
dying.
tools of
So let
capitalism.
me be clear. This same kind of talk, and I'm not, is it fucking Godwin's law to bring up the Holocaust when someone's literally advocating for genocide? I'd say no. Lord Cuckbucket, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Nice name. MMO addicted to 20 bits, missed my bits. Also, the CD Projekt Red apology makes no sense. It's the same director who lied about the last gen performance just a month prior. Yeah. I'm sure it's stupid corporate bullshit. Anyway, so this idiot is literally advocating for a genocide bigger than the Holocaust. The Holocaust, I know it was 6 million Jewish individuals who were murdered in the Holocaust, but on top of that you had LGBT people, you had Romani peoples, you had people who were disabled, and all sorts of other stuff. I think the number's closer to 15 million. I'd have to look it up to be sure, though. Let me look. How many people exactly were killed in the Holocaust? Let me see if I can find an exact number. Let's see, 6 million Jewish people, 7 million Soviet
There's
individuals,
nothing funny about
3
the
million
tools of
Soviet
capitalism.
prisoners of war, non-Jewish Polish citizens, 1.8 million, 312,000 Serbs, people with disabilities, 250,000, Romani peoples, 250,000, Jehovah's Witnesses, 1,900, repeat criminal offenders, 70,000, political opponents, undetermined, hundreds, possibly thousands, also counted in part under the 70,000 repeat criminal offenders, in homosexuals. So, yeah, millions and millions of people killed by the Nazi regime, and this idiot is online advocating for... He says if it's under 50 million, it would be great. Implying that 50 million is like his target. Like, if we gotta do 50 million, Okay, as long as we hit under 50 million, it's not too bad. Advocating for rounding up and killing 50 million people. And he says communists, but let's be clear. There are almost no communists in the United States. He's talking about Democrats. He's talking about anyone left of Donald Trump, which is most people. His estimate of 50 million is super low for what he wants to happen, and it is alarming that there are people out there talking like this. So concerning. MMO addicted with 80 bits, reposting my bit message since Hannah won't scroll up. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. And it is important, a movie about only some of the most recent issues from the church in Polish, but has subtitles in English. Watch it in private or on stream, however you'd like to take a glimpse at my daily despair. I'll bookmark it for another time. Thank you. It's also in chat if anyone wants to take a look on their own time. Tucker White 94 with 20 bits. Silly Hannah. Everyone knows the... Oh, no. Even as a joke, I'm not going to read the Holocaust denial shit. Terrible. I know it's sarcastic. That's fine, but I'm not going to repeat it, even as that. Tucker White 94 says, also bingo? Jesus Christ. I don't even... World War II, tokenism, yeah. Yeah, probably. I don't think Mitchell's here to give the gift sub though. But sweet, you are the winner of Chud Bingo for today. I think we already looked at some of this the other day, so I think we're getting to the point where we already saw this stuff. Always interesting. Always interesting to see the sedition and calls to violence get more and more extreme as the days go on. We still have a month left, people. We have a month and 6 days. So, roughly, a month and something like that. Pretty close. So it'll be interesting to see how these people cope as we move forward. MMO addicted to 20 bits. I just gave you 3 months. Tucker, don't get greedy. Tucker White 94, but I'm a greedy Ferengi. Okay. So that's the MAGA cope for today. Interesting stuff. We'll keep an eye, because it's alarming. It is. I gotta stop using the colander though, because it's getting difficult. But you got a decent bit of colander action, okay? Anyway, moving on.